Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to America's most beloved Firehouse Morning Show. A cup of Joe and some Fuego.
Oh my God!
And welcome back, guys, to A Cup of Joe and some Fuego. It's that interactive show that makes this firefighting community even tighter. You send in all your pictures, and I show them up here, and we build that company pride. Today is Wednesday, January 28th, and let's find out what's going on in the world of firefighting. But before we do that, one last shout out here, because today is Wednesday, and Friday, Ruffy and I will be here at the 2025 Long Island Metro Fire Expo. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Nassau Coliseum. Come to the booth, hang out with me and Louie and all the other FDNY legends that come by. It's a great time. Buy some swag or just hang out. Just shoot the breeze a little bit. All right, where are we going first? Today we're going to my boy Hank. Hank, he's a big Jersey guy. It says, hey, Kubes, here's the smell of a cockloft burning in the morning for you. Laugh out loud. In Newark, at 0700 hours on April 22nd, 1981, a man arrived at the Avon Avenue Firehouse on a verbal for a fire at 709-711 South 116th Street between Springfield and 19th Avenue. The man on watch notified the fire alarm office to transmit the box, and box 4442 was struck. Ironically, the man reporting the fire had passed 2 fire alarm boxes while traveling the 5 blocks to the firehouse. Arriving companies found 2 vacant 3-story frame dwellings heavily involved in fire and threatening other nearby exposures. These buildings were the scene of prior fires at 7:04. At 7:04 hours, Battalion 4 ordered a second alarm, banged in the second, a 2-bagger. At the height of the blaze, the fire extended into the cockloft of the main fire building and roared like a locomotive with a full head of steam. The thick, angry smoke was soon replaced by scorching flames. I took the attached photos roughly a minute apart. Really loving the Cup of Joe show, as well as the other stuff you guys do. Keep up the great work. God bless. Hank. Newark Fire Department, retired. That is the smell of a cockloft burning in the morning. That is that brown velvet pea soup, thick, chugging smoke. You know it's in the cockloft. And there it goes. Kaboom, exploding at the fire. That is the smell of a cockloft burning in the morning. Hank, you nailed it on the money. Next, we're going to, it says, Kubesta. Because New Jersey wasn't cold enough, I visited Chicago this past weekend to photograph old firehouses. High of Sunday was 5 degrees, plus the infamous wind off the lake that some of the CFD chiefs noted on Gettin Salty podcast. I ran across the current and stunning house of Engine 98 and Ambulance 11 in the Center City area. That is a beautiful firehouse, man. Chicago Fire Department. Nice. Yeah, man, that's my man out there. He's doing it. Jimmy Sullivan. He's got the Facebook group Former and Classic Firehouses. He goes all over the country filming these. Oh, wow. That is cool. That is a cool picture, Jimmy. That is a beautiful firehouse. Man, I would love to take a firehouse like that and turn it into my home. That's the dream. I don't know. We'll see. Anywho. All right. Where are we going next? It says, here's a little history for you. We're going to start doing a little history on this show, too. It says, hey, brothers, today is the 50th anniversary of the I don't know how you say this, Fraunces, Fraunces Tavern bombing, a landmark event. In the news today, feel free to pass it along, the attached newsletter along as well. Deputy Chief Jay Jonas retired, man. I did a little research. I also did this on the rescue documentary that we have up on Salty Wire in one of the decades. So it says, a bomb planted in the tavern exploded on January 24th, 1975, killing 4 people and injuring more than 50 others. More than 50 others. The Puerto Rican clandestine paramilitary organization, Armed Forces of Puerto Rican National Liberation, or FALN, which had executed other bomb incidents in New York in the 1970s, claim responsibility. No one has been prosecuted for the bombing as of 2022. So that's a little piece of history, man. It is 50th anniversary, man. Here's some cool pictures of the brothers back in the day, back in the old days, BITOD, doing it. Yeah, it's a great shot. A lot of 15. This place is an old tavern, man. Revolutionary tavern. Bought by the same, I think the same families owned it since 1902. I did a little bit of research on this. See some more pics. Nope, that's not it. That's something else. I stepped into something else. Yeah, I just got those pictures. So 50 years of the Frankis Tavern bombing. All right, here's one from a buddy of ours that we've been trying to get on the show. JK, Jack Clearhouse, a Harlem throwback Thursday, he says. Let's check these out. Harlem throwback Thursday. Oh, yeah. Look at the siren on top of that, man. I think these were 70s, late 70s, maybe early 80s. 77, actually 77, 78, it says. 91 engine, Swift Water. There's a little Swift Water logo on 91 engine. I think we got one more for throwback. Harlem Throwback Thursday. Can't see what truck that is right there, but it's 58. I can't see. I love the old siren on top. The old light on top, rather, not the siren. My bad. All right, last but not least in the pictures, we have this Rescue Force 1954 International. It's a beaut. Over there on Queens Boulevard. Pop by. FDNY number 4, Rescue number 4. All right, let's go to the videos. I only got 3 videos today, but this first one, man, history repeats itself, and this is a very valuable. This is about the fires in California where the brothers are knocking themselves out, as usual, doing the right thing. Here's one from 1961, bro, and if history doesn't repeat itself, it's a little longer, but it's good stuff, so take a look.
That's quite a view. Across those mountains is the desert. Would you believe this whole Los Angeles region was desert at one time? Now, we get a reminder of that every year when we feel the hot wind blowing. It's dangerous and it's dry. The climate and the scenery can take on a whole new meaning when the brush that covers the hillside is dry and when the Santa Ana wind blows. My friends that lived here in Bel Air, a lot of my friends that lived here in Bel Air, it's an ideal situation. You've got peace and tranquility way above the traffic and the smog. And yet, Hollywood is only 2 or 3 minutes away. You just drive down that road there and you'll find yourself on Sunset Boulevard. Bel Air grew up along the ridges and canyons of the Santa Monica Mountains. It's a wealthy suburb.
The chaparral, or the native bushes and brush that grows here, have, through the God knows how many years, developed the ability to survive without any water. And the way they do that is to store oil in their systems.
This mesquite that we have here, this oily bush that grows on the hillside, is literally packed with oil. And it gets to the point where it quite literally explodes. To the Los Angeles Fire Department, November 6, 1961, was not just another day. It was a day when they knew conditions were ripe for a brush fire.
We had been notified much earlier in the morning that it was a red day, Santa Ana condition, wind that is. The humidity was low, the fuel moisture was low. All of the indices that we use indicated that if we had a fire, it would be a bad one. I recall going in and saying,
All units and units from the neighboring counties rolled out to meet it. The houses in the path of the fire stood no chance. This was no longer simply a brush fire. It was a major house-to-house conflagration.
Two tanker trucks appeared on the scene. I know I've seen pictures of the movies that I took, and it was either me shaking or the fire was making things shake. The glass began to shake. The lamps began to shake as in an earthquake. Our dog began howling. Somehow I wasn't afraid of...
we knew we had more fire engines. We were beginning to get them from Sacramento and San Diego and from Nevada and Arizona. So we had, again, practically wall-to-wall fire trucks from sunset to the end of the canyon.
In the evening, they had their first break. The wind dropped slightly. They fought back all through the night, and by noon the following day, they were able to report that the fire had at last been contained.
Yeah, man, that's amazing. So I got this, it says, Kubes, please share this with your viewers. Interesting history of Santa Ana and brush fires. Love both of your podcasts. Both are from the 60s when this occurred. Very educational on cause and prevention. Thanks, George Krogman. Thanks, George, for sending that in, man. That was some good stuff there, man. All right, where we go next? It says, of course, where we going? FDNY, bro. Why? Because it's the greatest on the earth. It's greatest on the earth. This one, FDNY box 0155, FDNY battling a major fast-moving fourth alarm fire on Graham Avenue in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, engine 216. 216 should be redirected into box 155. 335 Graham Avenue. Metropolitan Avenue to Bow Street. Smoke and a multiple dwelling. 35?
35, 10-4.
6 for responded. Just let me take a please.
Yeah, 10-4. Tickets on the way. Yeah, just start box 155. This information available upon request. We're going to battalion 35?
935.
At 35, we're getting multiple calls on this. We're going to load up the box, okay?
35, 10-4.
Also be advised, we're also getting 331 Graham.
35, 10-4.
Engine 216 Brooklyn.
Engine 216.
Engine 216, you can give it 1075. Fire looks to be on the third floor.
Yeah, simple. We're going to 1075, transfer box 155. Address 335 Graham Avenue. Metropolitan Avenue to Bow Street. Fire on the third floor. 1075, transfer box 153. All hands on box 155. 335 Graham Avenue. Metropolitan Avenue to Bow Street. Fires on the third floor. Battalion 45, are you available?
Great.
Alright, 45, respond to all hands box 155. Battalion 35.
Box 155, going to the second alarm. Fire on the top floor, we have attached flames.
Alright, step 4.
2, Old Metropolitan Avenue. Car 4, Chief of Operations, Woods reports. We have 7 hand lines stretched and operating.
7 hand lines stretched. Woo, that's all? Wow. Yeah, that one got going really quick. Okay, this last one is from my boy QC Beast. Hey, Kubes, here's a video from 2010, a fourth alarm in Jackson Heights on 37th Avenue and Northern Boulevard in a barbershop. Someone you know makes an appearance at the 142 mark. Yes, QC Beast, that is me. I remember this job very vividly. It was a Saturday afternoon, early afternoon, like noon, 11 noon. Fat Daddy Ray Seeley was the boss. Eddie Sanchez, Timmy Garrity, and Jimmy Mesmer. It was more than a barbershop. We went into the barbershop. It was banked down. It was coming out square. I think it was who cut the gates. 117 cut the gates. We went in. And at the very end, you'll hear, get out, get out, get out. That was, I think, Fat Daddy, because the ceiling blew in on us, ceiling collapse or the cockloft explosion. I don't know what it was, but we all bailed out. And we always fool around. I tell Fat Daddy that's when he left the tread marks right over my back as he went on top of me. We all scrambled out, but we all made it out. Nobody got hurt. And here's that video. And that is it. You can hear Ray at the end say, get out, get out, get out, because it was lighting up. It was also Warren Terry was in there with us. That name just popped into my head. And we made it out quickly. But it was pretty shitty in there. Anyway, that's going to do it. Don't forget to come visit me and Louie, or Louie and I, rather, at the show here in Long Island at the Nassau Coliseum on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, bro. Come out and see us, hang out. You don't got to buy nothing. You can just shoot it. Not that I'm going to tell you not to buy something, but, just come out and shoot the breeze. Do me a favor, please. If you like this, it just takes a lot of work, but you have to send me the material. I need you guys to send in the stuff, whatever it is, fires you go to, historical pieces like that, little inventions that you got, little anything, tips, whatever you want to send it so I can share with this community. I don't understand why this isn't growing faster than it is, because we got to get the word out there. Get the word, share it with a friend, and send stuff to KUBESPODCAST@gmail.com. And that will do it until next week, guys. You know what I say? I love the smell of a cockloft burning in the morning. Guys, be safe. Guys and girls, be safe. Love you guys. God bless.